So I want to sign Eric Palmer Brown. I do, because he's a good coverage option. Okay. He doesn't take an international slot. He'd be our third best center back. He can play DM. He can play right back, kinda. He can play left back, kinda. But he's 250 grand. So you go to make an offer, right? You're like, yeah, make an offer. And it's like, oh, by the way, like a little box popped up right here. And it's like, by the way, his rights are owned by another MLS club, so you have to acquire those first. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about what that means is what I was trying to say there. Yeah. All right, my friends. So this is part of that homegrown player deal, okay? So he was part of the Sporting Kansas City, if we go back here, academy. He played for Sporting Kansas City. They loaned him out, blah, 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 blah. And now his homegrown rights, his player rights, are with Sporting Kansas City. So I have to acquire those rights to be able to sign the player. We have a bunch of picks. How about Montreal's third round pick next season? I don't know if it's a good deal or not. They may have wanted like nothing for his rights, but I'm not going to be drafting lots of players. So now that we have that, can I come in here and make an offer? Do they have to accept first? They just accepted, but it has to go through, and then I can try and sign him. And I know some of these names are like, really? But I was like, oh, Seamus Coleman. Jordan Saibachu would be an amazing forward. And he is in the U.S. men's national team squad, which is funny considering the series I did at the beginning of FM20 with the U.S. men's national team. I discovered Jordan Saibachu, and I was like, he looks like really good. And now he's like the starting striker. Is my game frozen? Is trading player rights. It's broken the game. Okay. I guess I'll wait until it goes through and then we'll try and sign him. They're also recommending we recall this guy, and that would be fine, except he's 15 grand a week. And I think if we recalled him, some of that, one, he takes up an international slot, and some of that would end up hitting this, and we only have 12K in budget, and he's not a stud at like right back or left back, so I think we leave him on loan. They're saying Jay Chapman. I might recall Jay Chapman. I want to see what else we can get out there. We've loaned him to Phoenix, which is Phoenix Rising in the USL, but like he could provide some coverage on the wings for us, which would be beneficial, and his hair is amazing. Okay, the trade goes through. Okay, we've confirmed it. Let's go forward. Now, let's see, can we buy Eric Palmer Brown? It is April 1st. Are we being fooled? Hope your day is going well. I guess I'm just going to pause and bring you back. Okay, so you do get a notification that the trade has been completed. So I'm going to come here, and I'm offered 250 grand. And I'm going to get rid of this clause. Can we get cheeky with it? I mean, they've got money, right? Like, why do they care? They want 25 grand more, but they're willing to pay 5 grand a week. Oh, because his contract's up. That's still a better deal, I think. Oh, shoot. My goodness. Because essentially, if it goes through today, that's 8 weeks of $5 grand, which is 40 grand. We'll give you, but you know what? That's just going to mess up our transfer budget, I guess. Accept demands. Well, that's what I offered you. So, yes, I guess, you know, being Man City, they want to look like they're the ones making demands. Wowzers. Sorry, bro. Well, I can't criticize your training. Probably don't have enough coaches. We don't have He went 16 grand or 16 grand. You want to be a regular starter, huh? Bro, you didn't play all season for them. I think you should chill out. That's what I think. But whatever. Okay. Can we afford that? It shows the wage budget, but it doesn't show you your other budget. Why can't I accept? Why did it default to his existing contract? Oh, dearie me. Okay, they want us to sell players for future. Okay, we pay 250. I'm fine with 2.9. Like, we're not going to be here, but that will allow them, the club, to profit 10 times, right? We're paying him 17 grand, but what does that mean? What does it mean? What does it all mean? I think we can buy it down. Save some of that transfer budget. Give some to your agent. Just kidding. It's a long-term deal. He's a good prospect. Estimated wage 9.5K. How about 13, bro? I'll give you 500 grand if you'll take 13. The board would like to offer a reminder that if this player accepts the contract offered, 400 grand will be deducted from the club's general allocation money in order to pay any salary exceeding the maximum salary cap impact allowed for senior players. Thank you. It'd be great if that was on the screen somewhere, but yes, because we have millions in general allocation money. So essentially, again, remember, you have to buy down the contract. You can pay him whatever you want up to a certain amount, I think, but he's not a designated player, so you have to buy the difference down to keep it under the salary cap in order to pay any salary exceeding the maximum salary cap impact allowed for senior players. Okay, so they came down 1.5K. How about that? So it's 500 grand instead. Okay. So we sign him for that. We spend 500 grand of our allocation money. Okay. Which we have 11.5 of. So it's kind of like a transfer fee in a way. And that helps us avoid going over on the salary cap. Now that may mean if we go to sign another player that we get problems. But I do think he's a young American, non-international slot player. I think that was worth it. But I'm not sure. Let's go find out. Okay, we just scored against NYCFC, who are like 6 points ahead of us. It was pretty good. Look at this. Build up. Pings it out to Kevin. What a touch. First touch. Plays it in. Dribbles past his man. Keeper comes out. Well, we have no complaints. Okay. It says we've hit a snag. We're going to have to spend 850 grand, I guess, because of the bonuses we were paying or whatever. But we still have 11.5, so it's like that's a little bit more. In order to buy down one or more of the club's players' salary cap impacts and free up the necessary cap space to be able to complete the player squad registration. Also have the option to complete the deals that stands and reselect once it's gone through. In this way, they can remove the necessary cap space to be able to, like, so essentially waive a player, waive one or more players. So, like, you don't necessarily have to spend the money. You could say, you know, let's say this guy is hitting our cap. He's not. Can we find somebody who's hitting our cap? Corey Baird. I'm not going to cut Corey Baird, but like, okay, so to save the salary cap space, you could cut Corey Baird, right? End his contract. You still have to pay it, but he doesn't hit your salary cap. We've got the allocation money. We've got 11.5. We're not going to spend, I don't think, 11.5. So I'm going to say confirm using general allocation money. What just happened? What just happened? Was I supposed to make the adjustments first? I don't understand what just happened. Why can't I adjust that? It's not letting me select it. Why can't I change that? We could wave, we win. He's hitting 4,300. That might be enough. Let's try it. There's also a buy down salary cap impact button. For some players. But not all players. It's still not letting me do it. Okay. All right, I think we're going to try waiving him. He's worth 125 grand. He's 35. 664. He's not played exceptionally well. Right? Like, he played well last season, decently last season, but like, he's not, he's just going to keep falling apart, and he's 8.75K. His contract is doing 4,300. Why does it say our remaining cap space is 21 grand? What? Let me try back with Eric Palmer Brown. Okay, we've gone back. 15.75K, 500K, 38K, which I feel like is less. Wasn't his agent at like 80 grand? 2.9 million. Now what happens? Like we have like 21 grand in cap space because I feel like it used some of the general allocation money to drop the cap space down, right? No. How did our salary cap spend go down? I don't know what's going on. Garage door. Now we gotta wait for him to come back. Let's see what he says. Wait, we lost NYCFC 3-2. It was kind of disappointing, but also not unexpected considering how much better they are than us. This time it says it can go through. I don't know what happened last time. That was weird. I literally don't, and I feel like the agent fee has gone down. I don't know. Did it actually go through? Are we going to get a... Wait. The general allocation money. Like, is he here? He's here. He can play. Please welcome him. This is our captain. Kevin is the right player for the task. You know what he's going to say? He's going to say, other guy's better fit for it. Hey, Kevin. Thanks for doing that, bro. Hey, Captain, what is your problem, homie? What's the deal? Okay, we now have our maximum squad size goes up. Why hasn't it changed the salary cap? He's registered. Enjoy your random squad number. I don't know why. I don't know why. All right. Oh no, it's now at 62. Because it had gone down, hadn't it? Oh my gosh! I feel like this is like. I hope. I know I keep saying this. Oh, I'm so tempted to sign Seamus Coleman. I'm so tempted. We got irons in the fire. We got to spread the money out, because what people do in MLS in reality is they spend money on strikers, or attacking players. You don't see a lot of DP contracts on the back line. So I'm hoping, considering we've shipped a bunch of goals, that if we can bolster our back line a little bit, we're going to be different. We're going to be different, and we do still have the international slots. Now, Mike, should we go get that goalkeeper? But could we get a better left winger or right winger or both? You know, could we do what everybody else does? Because I feel like, again, I'm not saying we have amazing depth, because we really don't. We could use another midfielder. You know, can we invest our remaining 3.8 plus some general allocation money to go get some stud DPs? I'm still working on it. The problem we're facing, I think, this is not how I thought this was going to go. This is going to be a one-game episode. Is, what is it, May 3rd for foreign transfer? So if we're getting anybody that's a international transfer, we got to get going. And then loan transfers, we're not going to do those. We can't afford them. From a salary cap, it gets weird, I think. And I don't think we're going to find any free agent player transfers for DP contracts. So if we're gonna sign an amazing overseas player, a foreign player, we've got to get going. You know, is wanted by, yeah. That's probably not the one. But let's see, what's it say? Oh, it doesn't say anything. You never know, right? Like, look at that. 1.3K. Oh, cheeky. What's wrong with him? He played for NYCFC. He's familiar with the league. He'd be available on a free. He's some good depth, I think. Let's offer him a trial. What's up? We'll see what he says. I think that's a... Okay, that might be some good squad depth, right? Can kind of play wherever. I'm not saying he's amazing, but he might be decent enough to do that. That's interesting. Midfielder. Okay, he looks pretty good-ish. Goodish. Really good technique. Really good technique. 90 grand because his contract is ending. Probably not going to be as good, but I mean, this is MLS, right? You got to get your bargains. The guys with LAFC, they're not going to sell him. That looks like good, even though he's available on a free. Goalkeeper. Serbian midfielder. Jordan Saibachu. A very good signing. I think he's not interested. Man, come on. Oh, we can't afford him anyway, I guess. All right, let's cancel that scouting assignment so that we can go find somebody else. James Sands is an up-and-comer in reality. We just signed Eric Palmer Brown. I'm going to say stop with that. I mean, he's decent, but they want 1.4 million for him. I think we can do better than that. I think we can do about... Was he interested? Unknown. He's interested in a loan. We'll pass for now. Joe Scally is... We had him in the U.S. men's national team in the beginning part of FM20. He ended up being really good. He might be good cover as well. Aaron Palmer Brown can play there, but Joe actually knows the role, and we'd be helping the U.S. men's national team, which shouldn't influence me, but might. So we'll let them continue scouting. He is listed, and he's not a foreign transfer, so we're not in necessarily a rush. He's not DP money, though, is the thing. Never mind. We'll just... We don't have enough scouts because they haven't applied yet, so we need scouts to apply. Oh dear, this is like an extension of the transfer episode. Well, it's not been great. It's not been terrible. I think we've made some really good transfers. I'm afraid this is going to be a long episode, but you already knew that when you clicked on it, so deal with it. We're still in last, but we have a game in hand against the place above us. That's something. We do have the fewest points in the entire MLS. Vancouver's just a point ahead of us in the Western Conference. So we're 7 points with 2 games in hand away from currently 7th, although all that can change because all these teams are in different games in hand and whatever. It's not been ideal. We won the first game. I showed you that. We lost guttingly against NYCFC. 2 great goals from Rafaelson. We drew against Sporting Kansas City. I was kind of okay with it. We had an opportunity at the end. We had a set piece where there was a straight red with Jose Aya being sent off, but we couldn't do anything with it. But Sporting Kansas City, currently in 3rd. We will take a 2-2 draw at home to them. NYCFC, currently in 3rd in the Eastern Conference. Kansas City's in the Western Conference. That's not confusing. So I thought like getting a point out of those 2 games, I thought was okay. It was just disappointing that we scored and then couldn't finish the job. This one I was quite upset about. Minnesota at the time was in 10th. They still are in the Western Conference. Eric Palmer Brown, who's that? New signing? Yep. We had a 1-1 because they scored right before the half. And then we come out, he scores another one. I think one of them was a set piece. It was quite good, kind of a good showing. And then we just kind of collapsed. And that's what the paper said. And we deserved to be said that we've collapsed. It wasn't good. And then we played top of the table in the Western Conference, which isn't our conference, but they're still quite good. FC Dallas away from home, and we got a penalty in the 92nd minute with Guðmundur Þórisson, I think is how you say that. And we won 1-0. We kind of like snuck. We like took the goal, and then we ran to the buses, and then we drove home or flew home. Well, that's the thing in MLS. A lot of times you're driving, or you're not. No, you're flying, but it's not chartered. That's what it is. Anyway. Can you imagine having to fly from like Dallas to Atlanta to Miami when you're a professional footballer? When you're like, it's part of the rules of the collective bargaining agreement. So who are some of these players? here we go. We still have this guy, Bright Osai Samuel, joining, and we could use the depth at striker, to be honest with you, and we could use the depth at left wing. So we'll take it. He joins in a little bit more than 2 months. So what's up? What's all this? We have brought in Eric Palmer Brown from Man City. Man City picked him up. He's an American youth prospect. They picked him up from Sporting KC on a free because, you know, American football things where, he left on a free, which is just ridiculous. So he is at Man City now, but I think they have loaned him out. These are real. He's quite good. They listed for $250,000. He wanted to leave. He's quite good. I already showed him to you, but he's ours. He's ours, lads and lasses. His salary cap impact is $92.50. We're paying him $15.75. He's got 2 goals and 2 starts. Now, that was, you know, from that one game, but like it's a good start. He's on a 7.9. Okay. The first game was a 6.8. The next game was a 9.0. So like promising. We have signed on a free this Icelandic lad. Again, I think it's Guðmundur Thorason. I think that this is Thor or Orensen. But anyway, got him on a free. NYCFC released him. He's played 3 seasons here, and he's done well in all 3 seasons. And he's versatile and can play left back in a pinch. So he's got 1 start, 1 sub, and a goal on a 6.75. He just turned 30, like literally just turned 30 on April 15th. So, you know, he's still, even at his age, we didn't have anybody. If we play a 4-4-2, which we're not going to, but if we needed to, we had nobody that could play left wing. He's not that bad in comparison on the left winger, attacking left winger. He's our best left wing back and our 3rd best, but this guy is still injured, left back. And he's our 3rd best midfielder. So like the things that you have to understand about MLS is versatility. This guy is versatile. So we're going to use him. And then I don't understand what happened here. Efrain Alvarez. If you know anything about MLS, you've heard the name. There's a big to-do about will he go with the United States. And here he has declared. We loaned him for 1.9K. And they were like, yeah, feel free. Now it says they won't send him on loan to a divisional rival, but they did not say that earlier. They did not. And it was like, it showed up in my inbox. He's here, squad registration, give him a number. And then literally the thing right after that was it being canceled, which you might go, oh, well, maybe they canceled the loan once they realized who they were loaning him to. No. On the thing, loan cannot be terminated. Now, it was the same day that we brought in this guy. So I wondered if it was like something to do with our salary cap, but that says we got $3,000 left. And I don't know how that works with loans, to be honest with you, with Alvarez. Wait for it. But he's only getting paid 1.9K. So even if it was, we were paying if this impacted our salary cap, it shouldn't have impacted us. And it shows up on our, like as if we've signed him. I don't understand. It was weird. Like, and then it was like must review up here, or like I couldn't continue. And then I went to squad registration and I registered my squad, even though I didn't have anything different to register. And then it was like, oh, okay, cool. Because he wasn't there. Like, it was so weird. Like, literally back to back. Give him a number and register him to the squad, and then his loan ends. And he made no appearances. And I'm like, I don't understand what just happened. We have signed some staff members. Yay. Several, you might know. Look at this. I mean, can you imagine? You start the season and you don't have a goalkeeper coach, a head of sports science, a sports scientist, a chief data analyst, a data analyst, an assistant manager, a fitness coach, a coach, and you're missing 3 scouts. We've signed 2 of them. That's crazy. Now, it may be that, I don't know, maybe they sacked the manager and those people quit. I don't know. Anyway, he's pretty good. Yeah, Chivas' old goal kicking coach, all 17s. I would have liked better determination and discipline, but he's all 17s. Hello. Head of Sports Science is a 12, fairly professional, nothing exciting. Data analyst is 11, 11, 11, fairly sporting, nothing exciting. We just needed some. We signed this guy from Gazelec FC Achio. He's a model citizen. Man management not good, so I don't need to listen to him in team talks, but he's pretty good overall. Ryan Needs is 13, 15, 14, professional personality for our chief data analyst. He's influencing our staff and squad and all that kind of stuff with his personality. Vincenzo Teresa is an Italian resolute fitness coach. I had better options from this, but everything else was worse, and he's resolute, so he gets the signing. Braden Cloutier is all right as a coach. We just needed another coach. He's determined. I like that. Attacking, can work with some youngsters. Hector Barrera. He's Mexican, 20 adaptability. We can send him all over the world. 15 and 16 on potential and current ability. Reversed what I just said. And then Marcelo Delgado, Argentinian. You know him from Belgrano, Boca, Cruz Azul. You know him. 17 adaptability, 13 and 15. He's a model citizen. So I think we've upgraded just by the fact that we don't have a bunch of empty spots here like here. Right? I didn't go after, I guess I could go after another data analyst. We've got money. That's fine. And I think it ended the scout advertisement because I had signed 2 of them. So we'll get that filled back up. We're still waiting on the physios, which is odd. Is there I don't know. It's just weird. All right, my friends, all that to say, and I should show you that in some of these games, sorry, I'm bouncing all over, FC Dallas and maybe here, we played 5-3-2. Because they're quite good and we're quite not. And it worked out. We've still added since you last saw us. We were at 15 goals, right? And now we've added 8 more, I think. But we had 7 goals and we've added 10. So, we've scored some more goals. We've scored more goals than we've shipped, right? So, that's good. And today, with us playing against 6th place now, San Jose, but they are on 20 points over here, and we're on 11, and it's away from home. We're going to stick with this 5-3-2 for today, because we play afterwards, we play 7th place Houston, which maybe isn't a big deal. Maybe, I don't know, they're on 20 points as well. Colorado is in 11th. It's worked, so this is how we line up. Now, Will Trapp is out. I love, right before I go to record and show you all, we lose some players to injuries. He's out for 11 days with a pulled hammy. Corey Baird is out for 4 weeks with an abdominal strain. That is devastating. It also helps influence why we're doing with the 2 up top, although I did have Baird here instead, because our left wing options, aside from that, are not fantastic. I have Thorensen here on the roaming playmaker rather than a deep line playmaker. I have been playing with that. I feel like being a little bit more roaming is okay versus a deep line playmaker and defend, because this team isn't as good as the other team we just played, and he knows this better. He is a roaming playmaker. It's what he does. Now, you could argue if you just focus on those things, but his tackling isn't very good. So, you roam around. Jolison here is doing the ball-winning midfielder job. Joe Scally. Wait, did that not show up in the transfers? I don't think I showed him to you. Oh, it's trades rather than transfers. That's dumb. Let's be honest, that's dumb. And it doesn't. Oh my goodness. We got Joe Scally for $1 million in general allocation money because they wanted 1.4. He's worth 375. We gave him some general allocation money. They were like, sure, we got money. Who cares? Quite good. And it actually, this is also the first time this has happened to me. In the press conference, they said, there's rumors that Kevin has not been performing very well in training. He's on a 5.45. And so I said, yeah, we're going to send the message that you have to perform in training. So Joe Scally gets his second start of the season. Off we go. They're favored. We're not. I think we got to get used to that. Again, the idea is, can we make the playoffs? Can we get to that 5th place spot? We're only 7 points back. We got to get some players back from injury now, but I think like we're starting to gel. Like we're putting in some goals. We're not getting smashed 1-3 or 0 or 0-2. It's again, not that it's been outstanding. We've conceded some weird goals and it's been frustrating. But I'm really thrilled with this game, to be honest with you. Like we're not going to change it. We're going to go other than the roaming playmaker versus the deep lying playmaker. Let's go. They're playing a 4-3-3. That's the other reason. So 3 attackers. Now we get some help on defense, and then maybe we can do something after that. We've got nothing to lose, lads. Okay, here we go. The results will follow. We'll find out. We'll be fine. It's Will Trapp. Now, to be fair, Will Trapp is one of the better players on our team, so I'm not judging, but, you know. Well, that was a little easy, wasn't it? It does say that they give up a goal every 18 minutes against the 4-2-3-1, but I don't know if that means at like teams like us. Like, I don't know if we'll try if we're getting curb stomped. We'll try a 4-2-3-1. I just think putting 2 center backs and 2 fullbacks against 3 here is probably a poor idea overall. Although we are good at tackling and marking and all that kind of stuff, aren't we? They're kind of dominating the game. Let's demand more. There we go. Now we got our focus back. Okay, nick that. There you go. Oh, he literally just took it off of like candy from a baby. Carranza holds it up. He has a runner. He chips it over. Oh, he's already exhausted. What happened? Thorensen, he's chugging along and just takes a crack at it. Did he take a knock or something? Or is he just tired from the last game? That'd not be ideal that I didn't notice that. Okay. Another bite of the cherry. Onside. Yes. Touch, touch, touch. Dribble. Oh, referee. Got to get the card out. Come on, referee. Referee's down to 80%. That's not the best. Okay, we're in it. We're in it, although our nerves would indicate otherwise. I think a point against a team like this would be all right away from home. I'm going to say, show me something else, boys. You're fine. Chill out. Babies. Not doing great. Neither is Eric Palmer. Oh, there he is. Here to be talking about him. And now 7.0. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Demand more. Oh, everyone's pressured and falling apart mentally. Okay, we do need to try and score. So we're just going to go here. And here. You go up top. You go on the right wing as an inside forward on attack. You come in as an inside forward on support. You're having a great game, but looking quite knackered, to be honest with you. So we'll bring in Lee Win. Come on, Lee Win. Be an ungaunch. Ungaunch it up, son. Box to box. Wing back time. Let's do the overlapping. Take that off. Let's see what we get with that. Do we do the triple sub? No. Nope. We're going to let Joe Scally take a run in his favored role. See what he can do against the 4-3-3 here. He's having a great game, but he is exhausted. We're going to go very attacking. And we're going to take somebody off. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? I don't really have an option here. I guess, Joe. Let's go. Let's go. Nick the ball. Counterattack. They got lots forward. Nick the ball. Get in there. What are you doing just watching that? Apply some pressure or something. Plays it over. Switch to the field. Our scouting got kind of interesting because I started realizing all the players I had scouted were like never going to be interested in us. So I was able to cancel all those assignments. And then, you know, as soon as it says interest none, well, I could cancel that and move on. Can we get a result here? Robinson pings it across. No, but Kevin is there. How you doing, Kevin? We win on a 2-star, doing his on-ganchiness. Is it going to be another? We've had so many, like, reviews. It's been crazy. Do we let Lee Win take it? He's not really Matt Sharp. But he is, I think, by and far the best taker. Do you think we can draw here? Like, why am I so excited about a draw? Lee Win. Hasn't played much. Right, no. That's why he hasn't played much. Still 3 minutes, lads. Still 3 minutes. Come on, highlights continuing. Oh, get it, Kevin. Keep it in. Keep it in. Highlight. Keep the highlight going. Come on, Kevin. Zip one in. Oh, he's going to do it. That's not a zip, son. That's not a zip. That wasn't a zip whatsoever. That was our opportunity. I feel like... Yeah, I don't know. Lee Win is kind of like the James Milner of our club, I guess. He's old, been around a while, but he's solid. It just didn't work out that time. Kind of disappointed, to be honest with you. Maybe should have gone with Carranza. But we're still only 3 points back of Montreal, so that's good. We've lost a game at hand against DC United. That's not good. Still 7 points there. Next time you see us, US Open Cup 4th round, we'll figure out who we're playing. If you've enjoyed... I do want to know what your thoughts are on the signings and the trades and all that kind of stuff. We do have $9.75 million in general allocation money, but, like... That only does you so much good. It's like that's only really good for finding players inside MLS versus using it for, you can't really use it for international transfers. And we only have, what is it? 3.8. So we're not going to be able to sign like I've not signed a designated player. So I continue to look for one, but it's that balance of how much is it going to cost you? So hit the like button. We'll see you next time. Here we go.